So I hear 2 and 3. I also hear 6 and negative 1. So let's look at this. This is what I know. I have 1 and 6 and 2 and 3. These are my only two options. Now, remember, what works for one has to work for both. So if I use 6 and negative 1, it does work to get 5. But what's 6 times negative 1? Negative 6. Does that make sense? So don't always, sometimes if you think about it in your head, sometimes you may not come up with the right solution. This is one of the things I really like about writing out the factors. It gives you all of the options. So in this case, we'd say it was what? 2 and 3. Coefficients 1, so I am x plus 2, x plus 3. Now, for today, we are going to live right down this road. All right? Every one of them is going to, your leading coefficient is going to be 1. So once we find our two numbers, we will be done. Coefficient's 1, so we're done. Let's look at number 2, or letter B. Again, for trinomial, I always have to check what? GCF. Is there a greatest common factor? No. First times the last, add up to the middle. So I need two numbers that will multiply to give me 1 and add to give me 2.
So 1 and 1.
1 and 1.
No way.
It's the only way you can multiply something and get 1. My coefficient's 1, so I am x plus 1, x plus 1. What do you guys think? This is what I want you to do. I want you guys to do C through F. Do C through F by yourself. All right, do not do E and F. Just do C through.
There's 2 F's.
There are 2 F's. Do the next 4, C, D, E, and F. The first 2 E and F's, I guess. There's 2 E and F's, all right? Go ahead and go through there, and then we'll talk about it. Go. Let's take a look. Again, every single time, there should be no question about what I do when I stand in this place. Every single time, my first step with a trinomial is what? First time to last, add it to the middle. Now, so I'm going to take 1 times 25. I need two numbers that multiply to give me 25, add to give me negative 10.
Negative 5. Negative 5.
Negative 5 and negative 5. My coefficient's 1, so I am, so this gives me k minus 5 and k minus 5. It is important that you write it twice. Don't, just because it's the same thing that you can write it once, that is not the same thing. You should be able to multiply these back together and get this.
We did the same thing if you put square.
Yes. Now, let's look at D. I had some people that would struggle a little bit with D. Again, it's a trinomial. Same thing. First time to last, add it to the middle. So I need two numbers that multiply to give you 36, but add to give you negative 15. Now, again, if you're struggling with this, and some people are doing this, 36. 1 and 36. There's 2 going there.
Yeah.
How many times? 18. The whole time I'm looking for a difference of 15. 3 goes in there. How many times? 12.
4 and 9.
3 and 12. Is that a difference of 15? You can write them all out if you want. But the whole time there, be thinking about, I'm trying to find a difference of 15. Can I get the 15 by using these two? Yes. So does this work? I would have to be negative 3 and negative 12. Negative 3 and negative 12. What's negative 3 times 12? positive 36. So this does seem to work. -3 and -12. Coefficient's 1, so I am Q minus 3, Q minus 12. Yes, question, Derek.
Would you count off, like, on that one, instead of putting Q minus 3, you put N minus 3?
It's fine. Try to get the variables right, but yes, no, you're fine. And does it matter if I write Q minus 3 and Q minus 12? What if I wrote Q minus 12 and Q minus 3? Same thing. The associated property of multiplication tells us it doesn't matter what order you multiply in. All right? Let's look at the next couple here. This one. Again, first times the last, added to the middle, right? So I need two numbers that will multiply to give you -40. So I need two numbers that multiply to give me -40, but add to give me 6. So again, maybe you can't see it. So you go through the factors of 40. 1 and 40. 2 and 20. 3 does not go in there. 4 goes in there 10 times. There's a difference of 6. 4 and 10, right? So can I use it? Well, the 10 would have to be positive. So positive 10 and -4. Positive 10 and -4. Yes, that works. Coefficient's 1, so I am B plus 10, B minus 4. What about F? What's my first step on F? Add to the middle. First time to last, add to the middle. Yes, Vanessa. No. And this is why. If I have these two signs wrong, her question was, could I have -10 and +4? Is that what you're asking, right? If I have -10 and +4, that gives me -6. That's the difference. Sorry. If I have -10 and +4, -10 plus 4 is -6, not +6. So I won't get the same thing here. Here's a little trick for you too. This is a little bit advanced. I was going to say this, but Vanessa, you kind of brought it up, so I'll give it to you, okay? Here it is. When I multiply two numbers, if the signs are the same, then it's what? When I multiply two numbers, if the signs are the same, then it's positive, right? Whether it's two negatives or whether it's two positives, if the signs are the same, it's positive, right? If the signs are different, then it's negative. So I know this top number is going to tell me that. So here, my signs, it's negative, right? So I know right from the get-go, when I see -40, I know my signs are going to be different. They have to be, right? So as I look down here at the bottom, +6, right? So I know my bigger number has to be positive, because it's +6. If it was -6, I know my bigger number would have to be negative. That's just